Hi everybody, I'm Greg from Kaivac Tech Support. We are going to do a video today, show you guys how to prime some of these machines. Maybe turn on your pump and you're not getting any water out of the gun, so you're going to need to prime it. Most of the time it'll prime on its own. Every now and again on a newer machine, there's a few hour break-in period that it may not want to prime. So we're going to show you a couple techniques today to get it primed. First one we call power priming. You may have found that in the troubleshooting section of your manual. It's pretty simple. We're going to take our gun and put it up to our vacuum hose and use the vacuum to pull the air out of the pump and allow the water to flow in, and she should fire right up. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. We're going to take our gun. We're going to turn on the pump, the vacuum. We're going to check the vacuum, make sure we got good suction on the vacuum, which we do. We're going to turn on the pump. Now we're going to have them both running. We're going to take our vacuum, put it right up to it. You'll get a good seal. And then we're going to pull the trigger on the gun. And if you listen to the pump, you should hear it change. Did you hear that? So now, we're primed up, ready to go. If it doesn't prime from the gun, or maybe you don't have the gun with you at the time, what you can do is you can just remove the gun and prime it straight from the pressure hose. Same technique, going to check your vacuum for suction. Now make sure your ball valve on your pressure hose is open. And turn on your pump. Take your vacuum hose, put it in, and use your hand to get a good seal. Again, you're listening to the pump. For that change of pitch. As you can see, we're primed up, ready to go. At that point, you can turn your valve. Turn off your pump, turn off your vac, put your gun on, and you're ready to go. If the first two power priming techniques don't work, there's another one we can use. Basically, we're just working our way back to the pump, getting closer to the pump so we can put more vacuum suction at the pump. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to disconnect our pressure hose, then we're going to disconnect our chemical injector, and we're going to use our blow nozzle at the end of our vacuum hose to create suction at the pump, pull the air out, and allow the water to flow in. So first thing I'm going to do is unwind the hose. So we're going to disconnect the pressure hose. Just pull up on the sleeve there. Then we're going to disconnect the chemical injector. As you can see, we got the male quick connect here. Then we're going to connect our blower nozzle to the end of our vacuum hose. Then we're going to take the blower nozzle and put it right on the male quick connect. It gets a nice seal there. And just like before, we're going to turn on our vacuum. We're going to turn on our pump. Now with this one here, because we don't want to get any water anywhere, we just want to peek at it, see if we see any water moving. We're going to listen to the pitch. You hear it change sound? So now, just to be on the safe side, we're going to take a little peek. We got water going. Flip off our pump first, then our vacuum, and we're ready to go. On the 1250, it's the exact same procedure, it's just in a different location. So we're going to disconnect your pressure hose, disconnect your injector, and then we're going to use the blower nozzle on the male quick connect there, turn on our pump, turn on our vacuum, listen for the pitch change, and then she will be ready to go. All right, if the power priming doesn't work for you, we still got some other things we can try. We call this force priming. Instead of using the vacuum to pull the air out, we're going to use a garden hose to force water in. So you're going to need access to a garden hose. What we're going to do, this is a 1750. We're going to remove the vacuum hose. We're going to disconnect this hose here. Now we have 4 snap straps. We've got one here, one on the other side. We'll undo those. We got 2 more snap straps up in the very front. We'll disconnect those. And then we will be able to lift our dirty tank right off of there. And we have access here to our clean water tank. As you can see, down in the very bottom there's a filter. We're going to need to remove that mushroom filter. It's regular threads, so it's counterclockwise. We're going to take our garden hose, put it right up to the fitting that the filter was screwed into, push it right up against that white spin weld fitting in there, and we're going to force water in using the garden hose while the pump is running. You're going to hold it up there as tight as you can. Have the water running lightly, it doesn't have to be full blast, and then turn the pump on. She should fire right up. Alright, we've showed you guys how to power prime it, which will apply to every unit we got. We've showed you how to force prime it, which applies to everything but the 2150. And this final technique is a little more aggressive. We're going to disconnect the unloader from the pump and just let gravity kind of let some water into the pump. So in order to do that, we're going to need to drop the black box. So we're going to get the pressure hose off, set it to the side. We're going to unwind our extension cord. And we're going to disconnect our vacuum hose. Then we need to remove the 2 thumb screws. And the wing nuts on the side. Got another one on this side. Like I said, leave the ones down here by the wheel, leave those alone. So just lift up, lay the box down. You can see the regulator here. It's an unloading type of regulator. It's connected with quick release. So we're going to disconnect it right here. We're going to take a rag and put it around there just to catch any water that might come out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to toggle the pump on and off as fast as we can do it. We don't want to shoot water all over our electronics, so that is why the rag is there. If you notice, we did get just a little bit of water there. There's a little more, and I think we are primed up. We'll take the rag away, connect our regulator back again, and she is ready to go. So we showed you the different ways to prime these machines. The first one being power priming. You're going to start at your gun, you're going to work yourself back to the pump. If that doesn't work, then you want to try the force priming, which is using the garden hose to force water into the pump. And then if that doesn't work, then we showed you how to disconnect your regulator and just allow gravity to work water into your pump. One thing that'll help, especially with the final one, is making sure your water levels and your tanks are full, the pressure of the water will help it prime a little bit easier. The 3 different techniques that we showed you should take care of a majority of them. If not, then you probably got some issues with your pump. Check out our video on pump maintenance and repair, and you can dig a little bit deeper and we will get your machine working. So, thanks.